Hello again, everyone. Good afternoon. This is the afternoon show. I've been a nice, fine day, up to 10. Maybe feel a little bit warmer than that. A good amount of sunshine, and it's very clear blue skies. But of course, clear blue skies with no cloud cover. That's the cold come in. But it promises to be a fine day again tomorrow, and not so bad on Saturday. A drop on Sunday, and you should be expecting snow by next Tuesday. Minus temperatures, you see. So what are we going to do today? Well, I reckon now that the righties are leading 6-2. Yeah, what do you think they are? One that Sherlock's got wrong this morning. He said, Mac, sheep, no, it's called Scotty sheep. And there he is. Maxie's friend, the golfer. Scotty sheep there, you fooled them. Yeah, we did. So he's going to be doing the British rock and roll scene. Now, what happened to the British rock and roll scene? Well, when the likes of Bill Haley and Elvis and Jerry Lee Lewis, Little Richard, and for the Americans burst on the scene, that was the rock and roll scene. The British lads, they had a try, but they were mostly just pop singers. Cliff had a try, but nothing compared to the American rock and roll scene. And these are some of the guys that tried, probably failed, but they got hits. They got hits, especially in this country. They didn't get much in America, no. So here we go with the British rock and roll scene. Stick a GB and a jockey on your guitar there, and you're away. The rock and roll story, a tribute to the rockers of Great Britain, who were not really rockers, but they tried. They had a go. And some of these are later in the rock and roll revival, which actually did a bit better than the late 50s, early 60s rock and roll scene. That's because they had the songs already and they just had to go over them again. Right, the first one, Let's Dance by Mud. It was a hit for Chris Montez. Yeah, and he could rock it up a little bit in the early 60s. Yeah, but he was American and not Spanish American. Mud did it in the 70s. Let's Dance. Rock and roll music with Jerry and the Pacemakers. Yeah, rock and roll music. Chuck Berry. But Jerry and the Pacemakers, poor substitute for Chuck Berry. Yeah, but it was a hit song, but not for them, no. No hits. No hits, Mud Let Dance. No hits, Jerry and the Pacemakers. Matchbox. It was nearly towards the 80s when Matchbox surfaced, and they did the Rockabilly Rebel. But it was a good hit here, yes. Different from the other two, it was a hit, and here's Scotty Sheep to come on the scene. Yeah, I got stuck in the mud one day, yeah. Mm-hmm. I seen Jerry up on the stage there. He was doing the rock and roll sheep. Yeah. And did you open your matchbox? Yeah. And what flew out? A Rockabilly Rebel. Yeah. But what about Good Golly Miss Molly? Yeah, surely Little Richard. Yeah, best. Cliff Bennett and the Rebel Rousers had a go at it. Now, Cliff Bennett and the Rebel Rousers were not too bad a band, in the 60s, but they had a couple of hits themselves, mostly with their friends, the Beatles, writing them songs. And Scotty Sheep here, yeah. but would probably be requiring a shot. New Orleans. Well, the real New Orleans was Gary U.S. Bonds, early 60s. Um, I liked Burn Elliott and the Fan Man had a go at it, and they had a hit with it, yeah. New Orleans by Mike Son. Mike Son is better going out with Julie Harris. Yeah, come outside. No, yeah, no, not rock and roll. And Scotty Sheep. Um, Bonnie Maroney, and that's Larry Williams with Tommy Bruce doing it. He's better when he's not misbehaving. He's not misbehaving again, is he? That Tommy Bruce. Yeah. I caught him riding a sheep, yeah. Yeah. And what about I'm the One with Jerry and the Pacemakers? Ah. Hmm. Well, that one suits Jerry, but it's not rock and roll, I think. Oh, no, yes. A man that should have been up at Halloween. He's not rock and roll. He's not definitely rock and roll. But he had to go. Screaming Lord Such. Jack the Ripper. He's more like Bobby Boris Pickett trying to scare the pants off you. Some people will say, what happened to Screaming Lord Such and the Savages? He became a politician, with the monster, raving, loony party, and he got some votes from Oddfellas. Just the band, yeah. And there's Scotty Sheep there. And we have When Will I Be Loved? Wayne Fontana. When he plays the game of love, that's when he'll be loved. Yeah, it wasn't any good on that one. When you ask about love, Matchbox. Nah, I wouldn't say that's a good one either, nah. I wonder why he's got a star against his name. Probably because some of them have been done by, you know, other members of the band because the band not available now, Colette, Billy Fury. Yeah, Colette, Billy Fury. Now he did come in the late 1950s, early 60s rock and roll days, but the rock and roll craze in America was virtually over here by that time. Yeah, yeah, been recorded by an artist, one or more artists of the original band, because they're not there anymore. Yeah, Twist and Shout, even the Beatles did that one. I used to like that one. Twist and Shout, Brian Poole. Of course, it was with the Tremolos. Ain't Misbehaving, yes, that's the one that had a hit with Tommy Bruce. It's about only 80 yards, and it was only low. Just like Eddie, I was Hines from the Tornadoes, blew in and trying to be just like Eddie. Not Eddie was Eddie Cochran. American, you see. I'm a hog for you. That was Screaming Lord Such. And the Savages, I'm a hog for you. This is not rock and roll. It's a British rock and roll. And what about Shaking All Over? I am Johnny Kid and the Pirates to the good version of that. That was a lovely one. But that was British. Terry Dean. Terry Dean was mostly active in the late 50s and that. He's best known for his white coat and a pink carnation. That's not rock and roll. Don Lang as well. Yeah. In the 50s, Red Planet Rock. Does that mean we're rocking on Mars? Or rocking on a Mars bar? Rocky Sharp. Now he came in a rock and roll revival almost into the 1980s. but singing something else. Yeah, Billy Fury was late 50s, early 60s, Wondrous Place, but it's hardly rock and roll. Now, Rudy's Rock was Bill Haley and the Comets, Chris Black and the Black Cats, and Scotty Sheep jumped in as well. I seen a black cat coming while I was roaming across the field. Yeah, yeah, so I hid in a hole. Ah, but it was a fox in there. ah, and what about it's still rock and roll to me? What, Billy Joel? No, Jerry and the Pacemakers. The rock and roll had fizzled out by the time Billy Joel did it. And the heavy, heavy shake with the swinging blue jeans, very good one that. Yeah, probably one of the best ones that's on here. That had a big hit, the swinging blue jeans with that. And the light good got him as Smalley as well, yeah. Candyman was all right with Brian Poole in the terminal. Good hit here. And Google Eye with the Nashville Teens was a hit. And Tobacco Road. And there's Little Bird, and they got not much else. And a medley from Johnny B. Good, and O'Carroll, and Little Queenie with Jess Conrad. Wow. There you go. It's okay not to say anything, Scotty Sheep, because they were not great, but it's had a try. Let's do some love songs. Oh, let's cite them. Can you carry a Sherlock? Yeah. Go on and let's cite them. Oh, they are hard to cite. Very small. Jimmy Ruffin. Now, what becomes of the broken-hearted? Uh, well, like when we went to the haunted castle, paid £50 and couldn't even get started. That's what becomes of the broken-hearted. Sarita, with you, I'm born again. With you, there's Sherlock away up. Are you going to buy there, Sherlock? What about taking old Scotty with you? Yeah, there he goes. Yes, and what about the next one, Odyssey? If you're looking for a way out, it's up there, high above the clouds, in space, after space. Regina and Smokey Robinson, Endless Love. I wonder if they ever got to love each other. And there you go, huh? Scotty Sheep says, yeah, Atlantic Star always. Sometimes not. People would not play it. Child Eyes, have you seen her? We did. We spied her through the spyglass, but she wasn't really interesting. Brooke Benton, A Rainy Night in Georgia. Now, he's quite famous for that one. That's about his best. It's a love song, yeah, and I do like an old rainy night. We're getting the snow next week, yeah. Martha Reeves, I say a little prayer. Yeah, she does every day. She tries hard. And Scotty Sheep says a little one as well. But sometimes he has to hide from the big Sherlock. Wayne Fontana, groovy kind of love. Yeah, he's playing the game of love, and it's definitely getting groovy. The box tops the letter. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, I used to stick the letter on the top of the box, saying as a prize inside, or as a little gift inside. And you got a little plastic car, a little sheep. The Foundations, Build Me a Buttercup. Ah, yes, buttercups and daisies on the packets, but nothing really happening. Gary Puckett, Yeah, he got into trouble, of course. He went with a young girl. Yeah, much too young for him. People say that she's too young for him, probably about 10. And Donovan, he went with a girl along the beach and they tried to catch the wind. But the wind blew them over and Donovan ended up in the sea with his girl on top of him. Yeah. And the fortunes, you've got your troubles. Yeah, get out of that sea. We're going to jump in as well. And Mary Wells, yeah, she found my guy. Please, she got him because I didn't want him. Dorothy Moore, she couldn't see for the mist. It was misty blue. Billy Ocean, love really hurts without you, Scotty. So can you just peer over the top? And I'll give you an appearance in a minute. Yeah. And Dolly, it's not Dolly Parton, it's David Parton. Isn't she lovely? Oh, Dolly. Oh, yeah, she's lovely. Oh, of course, yeah. And what about Ken Booth? I'll give you everything I own, including Scotty sheep. Martha Reeves and C.G. Cameron. You all I need to get by. Well, we get by with very little. But of course, we have Scottish sheep. And of course, the Sherlocks. Right, David Grant and Jackie Green. Could it be I'm falling in love? It could be. Al Green, I'm still in love with you. Don't worry, Sherlock, you haven't been replaced yet. And peoples, I can stand the rain. I quite like it. It was just nice, steady rain. Jackie Wilson, I get the sweetest feeling. Yeah, I do too. When it's a nice fresh rain. Or too much is a storm. The Drifters Unchained Melody. Yes, that's what it be. And there's Scotty Sheep, and he says, thanks for having us on the show. And I'll see you again. Sunny bunnies, anybody? You can hang me up. You can hang me down. You can hang me, sunny bunnies. Okay, sunny bunny, can we hang you on the back of a Sherlock? Look at that, but you won't stay on, will he? Yes, he will. Gonna do another love songs. Well, I have to open the thing because he's not in the back. Right. Percy Sledge. When a man loves a woman, he fixes a sledge for her. Benny King. Stand by me while I have a cough. Phyllis Nelson, move closer. Just like Sunny Bunnies. Couldn't be as close as him. Close as his Holy Ghost. Al Green, let's stay together. Vicky Carter, close to you. Never heard of him. Al Green, let's stay together is a very fair one. Eva Cassidy over the rainbow. She really got that far. And B.J. Thomas, raindrops keep falling on me, pal said here. They're not coming on Sherlock, so. Jackie Wilson, your love keeps lifting me higher and higher. Higher, Sherlock. Keep 'em up there. Keep 'em up there while I read. Now I can't read because I ain't got a Sherlock. 3 degrees, when will I see you again when you come back down? Bonnie Tyler, it's a heartache. 'Tis. And sometimes it isn't. Jim Crow said he saves time in a bottle. Yes, when you put that ship in the bottle, time goes into that bottle as well. That was the time that ship was famous. Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes, if you don't know me by now, why, you will never know me. But you can know Lou Rawls instead. You'll never find another love like mine. And what about the real thing? You to me are everything. Algeror, lean on me. Jules Gizami and Diana Carroll, that is. Almost. Don't know that one. David Stewart, if you're not the one. And Elvis Costello, good year for the Roses, yeah. I haven't seen a lot this year, man. I haven't been out looking for them. But it's usually a good year for the Roses. I never heard of it being a good year, but Jerry and the pacemakers don't let the son catch you crying. Let the daughter catch you crying instead. And she'll give you a cuddle. Yeah, the Shirelles, will you love me tomorrow? Yeah, and maybe the next day. And the next day. But if you're halfway to paradise and then the sign says stop, the troves love us all around. We know that, but we can't get turned around. Robert Knight, Everlasting Love, the Everly Brothers, Bye Bye Love. It's the same love, it just didn't last. And the Beatles tribute is doing Yesterday. And so that was, there he is, Sonny Bunny. He hides behind his plaque. But there you can see him in full force, Sonny Bunny. And we'll do the next one with Blue Duck. It's called Cherish, and there's two people cherishing each other in the sunlight walking along the beach. Yeah, 20 all-time love songs with Blue Duck. Right, this is much better. I don't need a show. Look, now when will I see you again? When the barometer reaches 3 degrees, I'll be coming out of the water because it gets icy by that time, and I might be stuck there like that. Yeah. And what about More Than a Woman, Tavares? Yeah. A woman by day, I mean, and a man by night. Oh, I see. Yes. It's one of them. And what about Cherish, Cool in the Gang? How do you cherish someone? Well, the producers think you cherish someone like that, walking hand in hand along the beach. And what about Wishing on a Star, Rose Rice? Oh, yeah, I heard her making a wish. She was walking down at the car wash, you see, and she wanted to wash a duck. And I said, don't wash me, wash the car. And she said, I'm wishing on a star. I knew she was fed up with the car wash. Oh, yeah. Have you seen her? The Child Yes, I did see her down there, as I'm seeing. And she was working hard, yeah. And what about Juliet, the Four Pennies? Oh, they are British, yes. Well, the story goes they bought all her instruments and everything, and they only had 4 pennies left. Yeah. Hardly enough to buy an ice cream, and oh, you might get a couple of chewing gums for it. Yeah, yeah. I love the way you love Marv Johnson. Yeah, marvelous Marv Johnson. And if you're looking for a way out, Odyssey, it's right up there. And Saturday night at the movies with the Drifters. What's the film called tonight? Blue Duck. Is it? What does he do? He looks at the blue record. Yeah. He looks at the blue William. He looks at the blue wall and everything turns to blue. Really? I must see that movie. Everything turns to blue. Oh. Yes. Well, and love's got a hold on me that's dollar. Yeah, of course they can have a hold on anybody. But of course you must pay them at least $1. Well, just to hold hands. You pay them more for other things, yeah. Um, you won my mind, Crispian, said Peters, and I led you away, pretending to be the Pied Piper, and I led all the children away. Yeah. And Jerry and the pacemaker, and I was never popular after that, Crispian St. Peters. Jerry and the pacemakers, you'll never walk alone. No. Somebody always walking behind you. Uh, Make sure it's not Eddie Fisher. Yeah, yes. Yeah, because Eddie gets as far as the nearest church and then says, would you like to go in? Yes. I'm walking behind you. Yeah. And so when you ask about love, your daddy gives you a matchbox. And yeah, yeah. Go on and have a smoke, but don't ask about love. I don't know nothing about it. Whenever you want my love, the real thing. Yeah, that's a real thing. If you can get it, some never get it. And baby love, the Supremes, yeah. And after the Supremes made that song, all the girls started having babies. Baby love. Love is all around with the trogs. Yeah, they had noticed as well. Look at her, look at her, look at her, look at her. Look, all pushing prams. Ah, it's because the boogie's coming popular. And what about Danny Wilson? A wonderful world of the young. Yes, the world is built for the young. It's not built for the younger people. Everything's geared at the young. And the love child, yes, as I told you, the Supremes and Diana Ross, she had a love child. Oh, yes. I'm in love and I love the feeling. Rose Royce. She's much freer now that she's left the car wash. Yes. So good in her eyes. And the drifters under the boardwalk. And a crack up here, lad. And see girls walking above. What have they got on? I don't know. White pants. And now you go a cherish. And we cherish that one. And will we do another one? Yeah, we will. We'll do another one. We're going to do the 60s mega mix. Let's dance. We're not going to do it. No, we're not going to do it, no. Because the mega mix and it goes on, doesn't say the order. It's just one solid mega mix with them all. But we might do it sometime. Oh, yes. Other two guests that didn't get turned up. But we're going to do some show with them. Dickie Bird, Dixon Boy, the famous writer, and Happy Harry Hedgehog. Yeah, of course, don't forget, we had Disney's Princess Mulan in, and she did this morning show with us. Right. Thank you very much then, and I'll see you again tomorrow. I will give up drinking. I will give up smoking tomorrow. Yeah. And then the next day, tomorrow. And then the next day, tomorrow. Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.